Hello, and a change of format for this video. I'm not going to beat about the bush. Crazy for You at Chichester Festival Theatre is a 5-star production. Just like Anything Goes, that other Broadway musical that originated in the 1930s. And like Anything Goes, it's a joyous, jaw-dropping spectacle with some of the best songs ever written and the best dancing you will ever see. Charlie Stemp, who's already impressed in Half a Sixpence, Mary Poppins and more, is here stretched, literally, to twist and leap in an astounding physical feat that is also beautiful to watch. It's a faultless production. But then, so is Anything Goes. So I thought, as well as reviewing Crazy for You, it might be interesting to compare and contrast these two musical rivals. So, keep watching for Crazy for You versus Anything Goes. Crazy for You was created in 1992, but based on a 1930 musical called Girl Crazy by George and Ira Gershwin. Cole Porter's Anything Goes followed 4 years later, and this was in the first golden age of the Broadway musical, before the modern musical, in which a serious plot and deep characters drive the show, took over. It was the time not only of the Gershwins and Cole Porter, but of Irving Berlin, Jerome Kern, Rodgers and Hart. The jazz age was at its peak, and light-hearted song and dance were the order of the day. Both musicals were revived in the late 20th century, as Broadway made something of a comeback after the invasion of weighty British musicals. The sheer escapism of both musicals and their predecessor, 42nd Street, was just what audiences were yearning for. And while the 1987 revival of Anything Goes left it largely intact with a few song changes and a tweaking of the plot, the 1992 revival of Girl Crazy, now called Crazy for You, involved a root and branch reappraisal. The plot was substantially altered, many of the original songs were excised, and loads of additional Gershwin songs introduced. The result was, and is, a triumph for book writer Ken Ludwig, director, the late Mike Ockrent, and choreographer Susan Stroman. So what about those plots? Well, they're both silly. Anything Goes features a romance aboard an ocean-going liner. Crazy for You is a romance taking place in a rundown theatre in Nevada. Both involve disguises and bumps on the road to love. Here, I think Crazy for You has the edge for a plot that's a little more coherent and more muscular, by which I mean Anything Goes is almost too frothy. So, dare we compare the music? Well, I think this is going to be a matter of taste. I love Cole Porter's work. It's such a perfect marriage of music and lyric, and the melodies seem effortlessly elegant and the words always clever and witty. But sometimes this elegance and wit makes them seem removed from real life. In my opinion, George Gershwin was the finest popular composer of his day, and Ira Gershwin is a contender for the finest lyricist, although I might give that title to Lawrence Hart. Ira has that way of finding the unexpected rhyme. Take Someone to Watch Over Me, for example. I'd like to add his initial to my monogram, tell me where is the shepherd for this lost lamb? Or the internal rhyme in Embraceable You. I love all the many charms about you, above all I want these arms about you. Fabulous. And I know Cole Porter can do great things with the lyrics too, as in good authors too who once knew better words now and are used for letter words writing prose. Anything Goes. Very hard, but I have to choose the Gershwins for that extra feel of genuine emotion. And in Crazy for You, you get almost the best of the Gershwins with Shall We Dance, I Got Rhythm, and possibly my all-time favourite song, They Can't Take That Away From Me. The new orchestrations by Doug Besterman display a masterful lightness of touch, by the way. So what about these two revivals of the revivals? Well, Anything Goes undoubtedly scores on set with a huge ship occupying the back of the stage. Chichester's thrust stage and lack of a fly tower make spectacular sets, well, impossible. But nevertheless, the great Broadway designer Beowulf Boritt's sparkling curtain representing a Broadway theatre sent a tingle down my spine when the lights went up. And his scenery on trucks showing the exteriors of a Nevada hotel and a theatre are effective. Even so, the production never feels as lavish or quite as lavish as you might hope for a major musical. And talking of size, Anything Goes also features a cast about twice the size of the pretty big Chichester ensemble. The current production of Anything Goes at the Barbican in London originally starred Sutton Foster and Robert Lindsay. It now features the equally enjoyable Kerry Ellis and Dennis Lawson. Mr. Lawson's character is a comic gangster and not, as might have been the case in previous productions, the romantic interest. Crazy for You features Charlie Stemp and Carly Anderson as the two lovers, Bobby and Polly. Both musicals are well led by these people and offer a talented cast in depth. In Crazy for You's 26-strong cast, it's difficult to pick out individuals, but I must mention Tom Edden as Bella Zangler, the exasperated producer and who extracted maximum laughs. There's a wonderful scene known as a mirror scene, in which Bobby and Zangler mirror each other's actions, which was hilarious. Then there's Meryl Ansah as Bobby's desperate, dominant would-be fiancée, who gets to sing the delightful Naughty Baby. Gay Soper as Bobby's imperious mother. And Matthew Craig as Lank, Bobby's threatening but ultimately comical rival in love. All sing well, with Carrie Ellis in Anything Goes possibly the finest singer of the bunch. But I did love Carly Anderson's moving versions of Embraceable You and Someone to Watch Over Me. As for the dancing, well, of course, they're all great. And the chorus line tap dancing, led by Carrie Ellis in Anything Goes, is eye-popping. But when it comes to individual dancing, Charlie Stemp is in a different class. Superlatives fail when it comes to his ability to spin and jump over and over again. Crazy for You is worth the ticket price just to see him. He's also nice looking and sings and acts well. Both musicals have a combined choreographer and director. The great Kathleen Marshall brings her skills to Anything Goes, and very slick and impressive it is, especially in the chorus work. Susan Stroman, who choreographed the original Crazy for You, now directs as well. And I left feeling I'd like her to choreograph every musical I see from now on. There's so much invention in the solo, duet and chorus numbers. But, and here's my only reservation really about Crazy for You, Act 1 ends in the most amazing routine for I Got Rhythm. Incidentally, this was the song that made Ethel Merman a star from Girl Crazy. And it builds, and just when you think it can't build anymore, it does. A standing ovation halfway through a show is a rare thing. But that also happens in Anything Goes, when the title song is given a similarly exhausting workout at the end of Act 1. And you think, how can they follow this? Well, Anything Goes does, with Blow Gabriel Blow and a big ending. Crazy for You carries on with brilliant song and dance, but never in the second act does it hit the height of I Got Rhythm. And the ending's more of a walk down than a finale. But then again, that soaring final line of "Who could ask for anything more?" does bring the audience to its feet once again. I'd love to see both these shows again, but if I was offered tickets for both of them right now, which would I choose? Well, at the end of last year, I said Anything Goes with Sutton Foster had given me my best night out in a theatre since they reopened. But right now, I would choose Crazy for You at Chichester Festival Theatre, starring Charlie Stemp. I hope you enjoyed this review and found it useful. If you did, please subscribe and please like and share. You can also follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and you can read my reviews at 1minutetheatrereviews.co.uk. Thank you for watching.